Hello, my name is Aisha Hauser. My pronouns are she and her, and I have the absolute privilege of being 1/3 of the lead ministry team of the Church of the Larger Fellowship, along with Christina Rivera and Reverend Dr. Michael Tino. Welcome to today's CLF Connects. It is the holiday season, and one of our favorite things to do is have programs and workshops and fun ways to interact that we don't usually do throughout the year. So today we will be talking all things tarot. So if you are joining us live, please feel free to ask questions. I have created a little bit of a PowerPoint and I use examples of 2 tarot decks that I own of many. And I'll share a little bit of the history of the tarot and then do a live reading that you all will be invited to reflect on and ask questions about. So, welcome to CLF Connects. There are many programs throughout the season that take us into the Christmas week. So, please check out our offerings and our programs. So, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump in here with tarot. Okay. So, tarot with Aisha, that's me. Now, what I decided to do is simply kind of keep it easy and take really a brief introduction to tarot from Wikipedia. So this is cut and pasted from Wikipedia as a brief just overview of what tarot is and where it started. So tarot, first known as Trionfi and later as Tarocchi or Tarots, is a pack of playing cards used from at least the mid 15th century in various parts of Europe to play card games such as tarocchini. From their Italian roots, tarot playing cards spread to most of Europe. So they first started as cards that folks played games with, evolving into a family of games that includes German Gross Tarot and modern games such as French Tarot and Austrian. I am not going to be able to pronounce that word. In the late 18th century, French occultists made elaborate but unsubstantiated claims about their history and meaning, leading to the emergence of custom decks for use in divination via tarot card reading and cartomancy. Thus, there are 2 distinct types of tarot packs in circulation: those used for card games and those used for divination. However, some older patterns, such as the Tarot de Marseille, originally intended for playing card games, are also used for cartomancy. So cartomancy, divination, is a way to interact with the decks, with the messages in the decks that you can interpret speaking to you, and through the ancestors, through the universe, or simply here are some topics that you are invited to think about, whether or not you may necessarily think the divine talks through the tarot. Okay. So, in general, and this is also from Wikipedia, Wikipedia is very helpful. The 78 card tarot deck has 2 parts: the major arcana, which some think are part of greater secrets. And when you get a major arcana card, there is the belief that pay very close attention to that message on that card. So the major arcana, greater secrets, consists of 22 cards without suits. Their names and numbers vary, but in a typical scheme, the names are the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. Cards from the Magician to the World are numbered in Roman numerals from 1 to 21. And the Fool is the only unnumbered card, sometimes placed at the beginning of the deck as 0 or at the end at 22. The minor arcana, or sometimes folks think of them as the lesser secrets, consist of 56 cards divided into 4 suits of 14 cards each. 10 numbered cards and 4 court cards. So the court cards are the same as in a playing card deck: king, queen, knight, and page or jack in each of the 4 tarot suits. The traditional Italian tarot suits are swords, batons, coins, and cups. However, in modern occult tarot decks, the suit of batons is often called wands, rods, or staves, and the suit of coins is often called pentacles or discs, and the suit of cups is often referred to as goblets. And as you'll see in the 2 decks that I use as an example for today, there are decks that change all names of the 4 suits altogether, that don't even resemble these. So there's been a lot of artistic license over the years used. I have probably about 20 tarot decks that I've collected over the last few years once I became enamored with the idea of tarot and how to use them in my life as a tool for journaling and reflection. I don't necessarily have not interacted with them as a tool of divination. Having said that, sometimes I have found that the accuracy of tarot is sometimes, I'm going to use the word spooky, or like, oh, okay, even though I didn't ask the tarot for any kind of predictive measure or um, idea, I sometimes find that it's like, oh, something will happen. I'll be like, wow, this was something that came up in tarot. Not often, I will say. I do read tarot often, but it's not necessarily something that happens often. What I do appreciate it about the tarot readings and the cards is what I learn about myself. Because there are so many, and because I have so many different kinds of decks, I'm able to really take an interesting journey through the cards, about learning about my own personal journey. So I'm going to share with you 3 cards, 3 major arcana cards from a deck called the Lightseers Tarot. And I'll hold up the box later. So these 3 are the Tower, the Hanged Man, and the Devil. So these are clearly modern interpretations of these 3 cards. So, and I'll actually show you 3 of the same exact major arcana cards from a different deck, so you could see the difference side by side, and different artists imagine the suits and the major arcana cards in different ways, and some of them are really quite extraordinary and quite beautiful. Okay, so what I did was, in the other deck is the Lineages of Change Tarot that is brand new, and it was developed in collaboration with Adrienne Marie Brown based on the work of um, Octavia Butler and Parable of the Sower. So if you can notice here, they have the 2 tarot cards, one on top of the other. The Hanged Man or the Hanged One, the Devil are 2 different representations. So the ones on top are the ones from the Octavia Butler set card deck. And the 3 on the bottom are from the Lightseer deck. And you could just take a moment to look at how different the representations are. And also take a, few seconds on each card and see what comes up for you. And the cards, especially when you have ones that are interpreted through imagery or based on the works of others, there are deeper meanings and you can get from them a lot. I even have a friend of mine, I'm a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. She got me a Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot deck. So the major arcanas and the suit decks are all characters from the show, which is fun to use. So these two, so our theme for December at the CLF is magic. So I thought I would share the interpretations of the Magician, which is the first card in the major arcana part of the deck. And the one on the left is from the Lineage of Change Tarot, and the one on the right is the Lightseer Tarot. Really beautiful pieces. And these are, I wanted to show an example of the suits. So on top are the 4 suits. And I just picked kind of at random cards from, again, Lightseers and Lineages of Change. So the ones on the top are the Lightseers. So the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. Now, the Lineages of Change Tarot uses the words water, or the imagery of water, air, and earth, and fire instead of cups, wands, pentacles, and swords. So the ones on the bottom are 3 of water, 9 of air, Mother Earth. And I wanted to use the same corresponding. So Queen of Pentacles, the corresponding card in the other deck is the Mother of Earth. So they don't use the Queen, King, Knight. They use different words. And the 2 of Fire, corresponding to the 2 of Swords. And you could see there's tension, conflict. I don't know what comes up for you in the images of the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Fire. And if you see any for your interpretations in terms of what they have in common, maybe the 2 different decks with the interpretation, how they're different, what comes up for you. And I'm going to stop sharing in a minute, but I wanted to just name the ways to use the tarot. And there are many, many ways you could use the tarot, but here are the 3, or here are some options. Spreads. There are many spreads that can be used as part of a soul journey or opportunities for journaling and further exploring emotions you are experiencing. You could do daily card pulls. Each day you could pull a card and reflect on the meaning. And honestly, anything, any way, that is meant to say, any way that suits you. There are no rules for tarot or how to use them. And yes, there are folks who use them as divination, which means they ask a question. You can come in and ask a question that, some people do want to, quote, know the future, whatever that means to them. But I'm going to stop for a second and check in with folks who may be online and are watching to see if there are any questions and any thoughts. I don't know if there are any. I want to thank Ashley Parent, our communications specialist, who is producing the show for us today. So, Ashley, are there any folks online live? I can't tell. Okay, there's no questions. All right. So I'm going to share again so that you folks can, I'm going to do a sample reading. And then this way you'll get a sense of what this is like. But I'm going to, first, what I'm going to do is use the Lightseers Tarot. That is the one that was one of the ones I used in the slide deck, and it comes with, this is the whole deck, and it comes with a little book, and I will show you the spread that I'm going to do. So I'm going to actually go back to the PowerPoint and then show you the spread. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to be doing right now is something called the Soul Joy Spread. So there are 3 cards that'll be pulled. I'm right now shuffling the cards. Gift. What can I give the world? So that'll be the first card that I'll place on top in the order that you see it here. The second card, which will be on the bottom, asks, what can I illuminate for others? And the third card, which will be right in the middle, lessons of joy. Where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? So gift, okay, so what shadow position means. So here, this, not all decks, each deck will have their own invitation for how to use it. So many decks have what's called a reverse or shadow position, and this card has that. So number 1, what can I give the world? So even if I pull it and it's upside down, the instructions here are to put it right side up, and that is what I'm going to read, the light seer position. The second card is saying, where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? And that one, place it as it is pulled. So if I pull it and it is right side up, then I will read the light seer. And if it's upside down, I'll read what's called the shadow side of the card. And then the third one is lessons of joy. Oh, no, sorry. The second one is what can I illuminate for others? And then the third one is where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? So I'm just going to, unfortunately, because I am not that great with technology, I can't show it to you simultaneously as I'm doing it. But what I am going to do is stop sharing so you can, I'm going to hold up the cards as I pull them. And if at any moment you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. So the first card is the gift. What can I give? Okay. So I'm right now shuffling. I'm going to cut the deck. And then I'm going to take the one on top. So the first one is the King of Swords. I think you can see that. So I'm going to put that right next to my computer in the top position. That's the gift. I will read these. I'll read the explanation from the book as soon as I pull all 3. So the second one is, I'm going to place it in the shadow seer position. What can I illuminate for others? Okay, I'm shuffling the deck again. The second card is, it's a major arcana card, Judgment. So that says to put in a shadow seer position. And now I'm going to pick the lessons of joy. So this is called the Soul Joy Spread. Where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? Oh, another major arcana, the Emperor. So there are 2 major arcanas in this reading. So now I'm going to one by one read them to you. So the first one that came out was the gift. What can I give? And that is the King of Swords. So I'm going to look up in the book the reading for the King of Swords. Okay. So in the light seer position, intelligence, logic, rules and law, clear thinking, a strong communicator and leader, truth and proof, blending mental and spiritual pursuits, bravery and courage. Now, what I'm going to invite you to do is just think about what comes up for you as I'm reading this. Intelligent and diplomatic, this king leads with facts, rationale, scientific principles, and the logical mind. He has an affinity for rules and thought, and he suggests finding impartial clarity before you take your next step. Even though he always seeks data and proof, he also knows that blending experience with inventiveness or blending intelligence with emotional and spiritual energies allows for well rounded success. Be courageous in the pursuit of your path and find your own methodical, confident authority by knowing the way rather than just feeling the way. And the thought here that it ends with at the bottom. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to read it out. I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. So that is the King of Swords. Okay. And so, what I do when I have these readings, for example, that I will think about in what ways this resonates for me, in what ways does it not, what part of this is maybe I could take as lessons for this week, maybe for today, maybe for something I've been ruminating on. What are the things that come up for me that I'm invited to think about? The second one, which is Judgment, a major arcana that says to place in illumination, place in shadow seer position. What can I illuminate for others? So, sorry, let me go back to the gift. So, what can I give to the world? So, I could think about the ways, in terms of the question for this soul joy reading, what can I give to the world? And this is about being a leader. So, in terms of my roles, not just at the CLF, but with the work I do outside of the CLF, I definitely, have a lot to think of. This gives me a lot to think about in terms of how I lead programming um, and what I lead at the CLF and how I work with others. So, what can I give to the world? I can do my best to make intelligent and wise decisions, not only about my future, but about the projects that I work on, and, for example, the CLF. Okay. So, illumination, what can I illuminate for others? And this is, again, Judgment. So now I'm going to go to the beginning. The major arcana is always in the first part of any of these books. So Judgment is number 20. And in Shadow Seer, so this is illumination, and that means you'll see it is what we need to learn. So in Shadow Seer, it says self-doubt, hiding behind many masks, a need to let go of a shadow aspect of your story, denying yourself and your loved ones the experience of your true nature or essence. You have judged others and have been judged yourself, and you are awakening to the understanding that the only approval that really matters is your own. Are you doing your best with others and with yourself? It's time to shed any negative facades, drop the masks behind the masks. It may feel risky, yet this profound act of self-acceptance will unleash your absolute essence. You are light, shadow matter, and consciousness. You are light, shadow matter, and consciousness. And you are a miracle. Why then do you keep your true nature hidden away from the world? There is no way to really understand your full potential until you are open and honest with your own heart without judgment. To expand and evolve requires this colossal forgiveness of the self. Whew. Forgive your beautiful soul. Accept your beautiful heart. As you do, you consciously answer the call of your highest self, and the vastness of your horizon will make itself available to you. Hello, Essence. I invite you to show up every day. I invite my soul to shine unapologetically. So, illumination. What can I illuminate for others? Whew. I can show up unapologetically and model that, right? And whoever is watching this, and you are invited to model who you are, your true essence and yourself. And that is what you can illuminate for others. And let's see, our last card, which is the lessons of joy, is the Emperor. Where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? And that is the number 4. So I pulled it in the light seer position. The divine masculine authority, power, a natural leader, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, and promotion. The Emperor's message is one of ambitions met and success found. Often seen as the card of the divine masculine, the Emperor brings forth the desire to bring a better world, one brick at a time. Use your mind as well as your heart and rise to power as you lead your own evolution. While becoming your own emperor means infinite possibility for your success, it also means addressing any issues you harbor around authority, control, and willpower. You may need to work your magic within the confines of establishment, but remember that the organizing principles of societies are fluid over time. Remain flexible and keenly aware of your own energetic boundaries and motives. Find opportunities to be of service to others as you build your empire. Step into this fiery energy of success and rise, sweet light seer. Embody confident, compassionate leadership and exercise sovereignty over your own reality. The world is yours. I lead the circumstances in my world with confidence, harmony, and just generosity. Where can my lessons of joy be uncovered? Whew. Yeah, this was this was a really fun reading. And what you do is with any of these is take from them what calls to you, what moves you, what lessons learned, what made you think, what surprised you. Um, I often do readings for friends. I'm not a professional by any stretch, but I have a lot of fun talking to people, and I invite them to think upon either ponder a question, or if they ask for a certain spread, I do that. And it's really what's fun for me is the exchange with whoever I'm talking to, and kind of inviting people to think differently about something that's been on their heart, something they've been pondering. And that's really it's been for me a really beautiful and fun way to learn more about who I am in the world. And that has really been the gift of tarot. So this is the first time I've done this for CLF Connects. I thought it would be cool to just kind of demystify tarot for folks who've never engaged with it. I have some friends who I was the first time they did tarot with, and one person who really prides themselves on being a science mind, was kind of really surprised at how much they were able to recognize themselves and what's been on their heart. And now I've done several readings, especially for this person, the science mind. And now they ask, they're like, "Oh, let's do a reading," and it's been a way that they can. I think it's been an invitation to vulnerability that is kind of a way to do it that I think is less intimidating maybe than therapy, although this is not by any means a replacement for therapy. What it is a way to think about things and engage with things. So we do have a couple of viewers. If anybody has any questions, please put it in the chat. I know when I first started tarot, hello, hi there. Do you have any questions about tarot? There's someone who just said hello in the chat. I know for me, I did think of it for many, many years as just a tool of divination, as a way to tell the future, as predictor of what's to come. And now I actually don't think that is not the first thing I think of when I engage, especially when I engage with tarot. That is not at all what it means to me. Yes, please ask a question. And I do not want to mispronounce your name, so I'm going to wait till you type up your question. Anubav, there's and let us know where you're writing to us from. Welcome to everybody, to those of you on love. What's next in love for me? Well, so I could pull a card, but I don't make a disclaimer that this is for fun and entertainment purposes only. So I will pull one card to see what the invitation here will be, that whatever card I pull is that it's something for you to think about. That whether or not, I don't know that it'll be an answer to this question, what's next for you, but it could be something for you to think about and ponder. You're from India. Well, hello and welcome. Okay, so I am now thinking about your question and what is it that would be helpful for you to think about. And I'm going to cut the deck and then take the one on top. You want me to pull three? Okay. So the first one is the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles, I pulled upside down, and I'll read what it says, and I'll hold it up for you. Okay. The Three of Pentacles. Working with others gives us the opportunity to learn from one another and to blend energies to create something totally new. Look for conscious collaborators as mentors, apprentices, or both. Co-creating together for the good of the whole is powerful magic. And this teamwork and community card calls you forth to add your unique essence to the bigger picture. Remember that your relationships are the base of your well-being. If you are having trouble with others, seek to align goals in order to cultivate peaceful unions. Mutually beneficial relationships place equal importance on each person's novel wisdom and a way of being in the world, regardless of the relational hierarchy. Everyone has something uniquely enchanting to bring to the table. When life paths are entwined, strive to create harmonic states as you weave your way in and out of one another's days. Welcome people into your heart and open doors of possibility that didn't exist before. So this is telling you to work in community, and everyone has something uniquely enchanting to bring to the table. So this is about community and working together, the Three of Pages. Okay, the second one is the Three of Pentacles. This is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. So I will look up. Let's see. Okay. I'll hold this up as I read. Page of Swords. Curious and intelligent, this page has a thirst for knowledge that seems unquenchable. She's an incredibly quick-witted communicator, and she's often compelled to share her many ideas or messages with others. At times, she's so talkative that it becomes too much for others to process, and her intense energy can come across as unsettled or even nervous. She suggests using an air of inventiveness in your current pursuit. Your goals will be met by walking a path of honest discovery, especially where others are concerned. Keep the light bulbs of curiosity turned on and cultivate a beginner's mindset as you strive to learn new things. Avoid falling into gossip or even arrogance with your communication. This page can be all talk and no action. Remember that everyone who crosses your path has something specific to teach you, and that mirrors are all around. Remain open to unexpected lessons. Share truthfully and delight in every interaction. So what to keep in mind here is I learn and I expand my consciousness and open up new opportunities for my life. So this is a card of curiosity, remaining curious and with an open heart. And our last one is the 10 of Cups. And you could see here people embracing. It looks like there are young people and a delightful rainbow and different color cups. Okay. 10 of Cups. Okay, almost there. This card has the powerful energy of connected hearts and giant love and devoted acceptance. Often seen as the one big happy family card, it's a giant yes for relationships and loves, and it predicts your fairy tale ending. And hey, you get to decide what's this soulmates and unicorn ending looks like. Allow your heart's expansive energy to pour into all of your connections, including those with your community. In shadow, this card suggests that you need to look at how you feel about yourself within relationships. If you are looking for a white picket fence, which I know is very American centric, in order to find happiness, remember that your joy will only come from the inside out. By waiting for other people to create your happiness for you, you undermine your own power to create feelings of love. Bring gratitude and generosity to your life every day. Focus on others, gift them your energy through time, kindness, and service. I live in a state of oneness by bringing harmony and love to my relationships. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad it was definitely, I think, on point. So you are very welcome. Anybody else have any other questions? That was fun. Thank you for asking me to do that. That was a fun reading. And so that's all I had. I wanted to just do an intro to the tarot. And yes, I'm so glad that you claim the positivity. Yes, it was a fun reading, thoughtful, a lot for you to think about. And I appreciate, and I'm glad that you got a really cool set of cards to think about. So open to curiosity, connecting with community. Yeah, really, really cool. So if anyone else doesn't have any questions, I want to thank everyone. And I want to invite you to the other very cool and fun CLF Connects activities that will be going on the next few weeks. They'll be here on YouTube. And if you are a member of the CLF, you can be part of our community network, which is a members only social network online. And there's going to be cooking, crafts, and some fun things going on over the next couple of weeks. So hope to see you there. Thank you so much for joining me and learning a little bit about the tarot. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Thank you all.